hein? You can do a little bridge.
Les plus sincères et que l'an fini nous soyons tous réunis pour chanter encore bon anniversaire.
Bonne fête.
Christine Weber has spent her 19th birthday in Southland, a long way from her home in France. But for the last 10 months, home has been here, just out of Invercargill, on Colin and Jean McNichol's farm. Christine's stay in New Zealand has been thanks to a travel scholarship she won from the French Agricultural College, where she'd studied for 3 years. Colin's enjoyed adjusting to a full-time farm worker. Sharing the workload gets things done in double time. Electric fences, farm bikes and feeding out hay. They're all new to Christine, and that's why she's here, to learn all she can about farm management. Although Christine comes from a small village, she's not off a farm. And apart from a couple of months on dairy and cattle farms, the rest of her rural background has been all theory.
Have you got a knife, Christine?
Yes.
Right, well, we'll just put out 20 bales.
20 on that side and 20 on the other side.
Yeah.
Working on the farm with Colin has developed into more than just a worker-boss relationship. Christine is treated like one of the family.
It's cold up there, we better be quick.
Yeah.
It's going to rain.
I'm going to go a bit faster.
No. Go on.
We should have put this hay out yesterday when it was warmer.
But who wasn't here to do it?
Okay.
Christine's helped make 2,500 bales of hay this year, and while the McNicholls were on holiday, she cut 2 paddocks on her own. Coming from a region where farms are small and mainly dairying, Christine has found a sheep and deer farm to be a dramatically different way of life. She's impressed that farms here are in self-contained blocks.
French, of course. All right, sir.
Righto. Okay, we'll go to the next break.
Moving a large mob of sheep is now routine, but when Christine first arrived, she was amazed to find 2,500 sheep on a mere 145 hectares. Arriving at the busiest time of year, lambing, Christine was prepared for hard work. Now she tends to think Kiwi cockies lead a cushy life. They drive rather than walk over their farm. They call in contractors and have holidays. Christine chose to come to New Zealand not only to learn about farming, but also to improve her English. And in that first month, there were problems.
Yes, I had to speak, to repeat many times what I wanted to say. And the people had to speak quite slowly. And it was funny because for start I worked with Colin mainly all day, so we could understand each other quite well. But when I was coming home for lunch, I had trouble to understand Jean or other people. It takes a while to get used to the language and the accent, but after a month, it was quite all right.
1240, 60, 80, 1280, rounder up 13, 13 a god, 13 bit 20, 40 is that.
Stock sales weren't quite the best place to begin to pick up the language, but now Christine can follow it all. With Colin and Jean, she's now a regular at the sales. She's learned a lot about judging stock and has helped Colin select rams for breeding. Wherever Christine goes, always close at hand is her camera. The folks back home won't miss out on anything.
$10.40, at $10.40, is that a bid, Clark? 10.40 bid, 10.40, at $10.40, Hollister's bid, at 10.40.
The sales are guaranteed to be a strong talking point when she returns.
When I first saw stock sale, it was funny because I couldn't understand what they were saying. It was just a blah, 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 you know, very quick. And now I can hear the price, and it's more interesting. And it's so big, and all these sheep here, everything, the people are discussing, well, that's quite nice. Yeah.
What are they like in France? Are they different?
Yeah, the farmer would discuss the price himself with the buyer. Yeah, they start all together. Someone blow the whistle, and then they all rush to the all farmers, and they discuss the price.
With no deer farming in France, Christine could be forgiven for first thinking that the deer were farmed for pet food. She was quickly put straight on that one, and has since shown a flair for working with her favourite animals. After a good feed of hay, it's time for the deer to get their oats. In 10 months, Christine's watched the deer farming grow from a pioneering venture into a more established one. Sheds and fences have been built, and Colin's more than doubled his number of stock to 60. That's meant a lot of travel around Southland, buying stag fawns and later the hinds. And it's back to that farm vehicle. The Kiwi farmer calls his legs. Christine enjoys some of the local ways. There's been more to life on the farm, though, than just feeding animals. Colin doesn't profess to be the greatest shearer himself, but he's been more than willing to let Christine have a go. Time prevented her wish to join a shearing course. Most of her time in the shearing shed has been as a shed hand, but she's still determined to show the French a thing or two when she gets back.
Get that other leg over behind this panel, that's right. Keep pulling up and walking back. Keeping her teeth down, points of your comb down on the skin. Right. Got a bit of a kicker there, haven't you? Right out. That could be a little bit sticky. Watch this hamstring as you come around that hind leg. And give it a little bit of a hand here. That's it. That's pretty good. This time, that's good. Another one bites the dust.
Shearing time was a great time. I've been working with the shearers on different farms when they needed an extra shed hand. And it's nice because you go on different farms nearly every day. You meet other people, and you see different sort of sheds, different sheep. It's a lot of new things. And drenching wasn't very exciting. Well, it's a new job, nothing really exciting. And crutching, all this sort of sheep work I've never done before. I learned how to handle a big mob of sheep, and in France you would have 300 sheep or 600 sheep would be a very big sheep farm, so it's quite new to handle a big mob of sheep.
Family life has meant 2 little sisters and a brother for Christine, and the adoption's been warmly received from both sides.
Hello. Hello, Paul. What's wrong?
Hello.
I have to go to the grocer, so I came to pick you up. How did it go today, all right?
Yeah.
Kirsty, Lynette and Paul think it's pretty special having a French sister, and they haven't been known to pass up the chance to impress their schoolmates with the occasional "Parlez-vous français?" But Christine's had her fun too, watching their Highland dancing and trying to understand their Kiwi jokes. Living in a rural district hasn't stopped Christine from getting to know lots of people. Her circle of friends goes far beyond the family.
Big sad farewells too, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be, yeah.
Children, I hate to see you going.
Yeah, very well.
Never mind, I hope you get warmer weather than you have here.
How your trip going?
Very good, but
Yeah.
few problems with the language.
Communication's no
Some
longer a
sign
problem, but there's still some guessing as to whether or not she'll be returning to France with the Southland burr.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Christine's packed a lot into 10 months. Along with her farming experience, she's travelled through both the North and South Island. But most of all, she's been a part of Southland and a very welcome member of the McNichol family.
We've loved it. She's been a tremendous girl. She's fitted into our family right from the day she arrived. The children adore her, and they really will miss her.
It's enriched my life quite a lot. There's going to be a big gap after she leaves here. We've grown very, very close to her.
Christine will return to her agricultural college for another 2 years. At the end of her study, she'll be a qualified farm advisor. She's not quite sure what she'll do then, though her time in New Zealand has given her plenty of ideas to think about. But if she thought she was going to make a quiet exit, she's mistaken Southland. A farewell and a 19th birthday. The double occasion's enough to lift the roof off any Southland hall. The McNichols are already making plans for their trip to France. And Christine's talking about collect phone calls home to Nouvelle-Zélande.
Thank you for coming tonight. It's going to be really hard to live here. You ask me if I'm pleased to go home. Of course I am, but, you know, after